All right. Hey guys, welcome to Acne Clear Chef. Thomas Grabowski here, and I just want to jump on today to share a little bit about dairy and how it affects acne. And I hope this video is kind of informative or helpful to anybody watching this. Now, if anybody knows me, I struggled with acne growing up when I was about 16 to 21, 16, 21. So it lasted quite a bit long time, and I really didn't know what was causing my acne. Um, and I tried a lot of things. I really, really went the extra mile to try to clear up my skin. Oh man, I took Accutane, I took a whole bunch of antibiotics, I tried every freaking skincare regime, you name it, and nothing worked. And I even went to see like a hypnotherapist and like all these like crazy methods, like massage therapists, all this stuff. I know it sounds crazy, like I tried thinking outside the box, but it wasn't really until I made the connection that some of the foods that I was eating was triggering my acne. So, so a lot of foods that I was eating was triggering my skin. So I didn't know that until I did some experimenting and start experimenting with different diets and noticing that if I ate certain ways that my skin would clear up. And it was fantastic. I was noticing these things, but at the same time, it also kind of, it was a great realization. It's like, wow, if I cut dairy out of my diet, or if I cut gluten out of my diet, or if I do this, or if I do that, then I won't be having inflammatory acne. Because what happened with me is I would get acne, then I would go on an antibiotic for like a year. I would go off of it, my skin would be clear, but then it would come back even more aggressively. And that would happen multiple times. And it wasn't until I took Accutane where it really started to flare up. It's like, I took it at 16, I took it at 17, and then I took it the most strongest one at 18. So I took 3 years of antibiotics and then another 2 years. And that's 5 years of taking antibiotics, 4.5, 3.5, 4 years of antibiotics. So it definitely took a lot of work on my digestive tract, really did a lot of work. And anyways, the point of this video is that I really wanted to jump on here and share with you the benefits or which foods you should stay away from when it comes to your acne. And the number one food that I would highly recommend you stay away from is any kind of milk and or dairy product. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule. I think dairy isn't bad in and of itself. I think it's a very healthy food source if it's eaten in its raw, unpasteurized state, and it comes from healthy animals. It has to be raw and unpasteurized. Those are the best source of milk that you can consume in your body. But the thing is, a lot of our bodies aren't used to that kind of milk because it has tons of bacteria and enzymes, and the bacteria and enzymes are meant to build your immunity and build your gut health. So there's really nothing wrong with dairy as long as it's unpasteurized and raw. But the problem with milk is that it becomes pasteurized, and through the process of pasteurization, it pretty much nukes all the nukes all the nutrients and the healthy beneficial bacteria and enzymes, and all you're really left with is sugar and dairy molecules and proteins and all the beneficial stuff, and then they have to refortify it with vitamin A and D and E and K through synthetic vitamins. But then it was already perfect to begin with, but then yet here we are adding stuff to the food, which doesn't make any sense because it's already perfect in the first place. So very confusing. I know why it's done. There's a lot of politics behind it and a lot of control of our food supply by big corporations. And unfortunately, the small guy is left out. And even in some places like in Ontario where I live, it's considered illegal. And the government will raid your farms if you sell raw milk or if you're having raw. It's insane. So if you do want to buy it, you're going to have to buy it from people who are selling it, who are off grid, or who are more private sellers, or people who own their own cows. People who have their own cows are going to be able to have their own milk because the government can't tell you, hey, you can't drink your own cow milk. Well, you can't tell me that because it's my fucking cow, right? So obviously owning your own cow is not the best option, but if you have multiple people purchase a cow, Now you're talking a different story. Now you can each have some of that raw, unpasteurized milk, which is actually extremely beneficial for you. Now, I haven't tested it and tried it and included it as a part of my daily diet, but what I have done is I've excluded dairy completely and replaced it with a plant-based alternative like almond milk or cashew milk, which is a great alternative. You can also do, if you like cream cheese, you can do like a raw vegan nut cheese made with cashews, like a cashew milk cheese. And it's very, very good. And they throw a bunch of herbs and spices and coconut oil and sunflower oils, really healthy fats, which are great for the skin. A lot of vitamins and minerals in there from the herbs as well. And if it's been fermented, then you're going to get that beneficial probiotics like you would in a cheese or in any fermented products like a kombucha or a sauerkraut or a raw unpasteurized pickle. These are the things I'm really passionate about. These are the foods that help build your gut health. They help populate your gut, which helps populate your gut with beneficial bacteria that help digest, eliminate, and excrete food waste, but it also helps create a healthy balance in your microbiome, which helps regulate your immune system, which helps regulates, messages between your brain, your heart, and your gut. It helps regulate a lot of functions. And if you have a dysfunctional gut biome, chances are you're going to have a dysfunctional organism, which is you're an organism. So you're gonna have a dysfunctional organism, and that dysfunctional organism can, I'm not saying it will, but can highly likely lead to things like illness and weak immune system and unhealthy behaviors and habits like fatigue or feeling backed up, low energy, low mood, and it can clog you up pretty much, especially if you eat a lot of processed foods, a lot of trans foods. So probiotics are a great way to repopulate them, but a great way to repopulate your gut is by eating an acne clear diet, which are foods that are beneficial for your skin, but also it's a diet that helps, it's eating foods that are beneficial for your skin, and also avoiding as much as you can foods that are not so beneficial for your skin. I don't focus too much on what not to eat. I'm more focused on what you should be eating, because that way you want to focus your attention on the things that you do want, not what you don't want. Because if you focus on, I want acne clear skin, and that's your goal, then when you focus on the things and the variables and the factors that help to lead to acne clear skin is going to give you more acne clear skin. But if you're afraid of getting acne and you're afraid of having pimples, having zits or whatever, having cysts, which are awful and very hard to deal with, the good news is that cysts can go away on their own. There's going to be a lot of people giving me flack for this, but I bet you $1 million that you can make your cysts go away on their own. Is it easy? No, but it is. I know it's possible. I know deep inside me, I know it's possible. It takes work, and they don't go away overnight. That's the thing. Cysts take maybe 3 days to a week to flatten on their own. But do not touch them. Do not pop them. Do not use your fingers, because it's going to leave a nasty mark. Like I had a lot of marks on my skin, but you can barely see now because I've been using some products on my skin. But you can see like some like excess skin there. It's just like, and you can see like it leaves a little bit of scars on my face. You can't really see it from a distance or at certain angles, which I don't really care, to be honest, because that's not who I am. But they are hard to deal with, especially because I had a really, really bad cyst, and it was induced by, again, the antibiotics I was taking, Accutane, which is very deadly, and I would highly strongly suggest people not to take it, and instead just follow my advice on how to follow an acne clear diet. Because antibiotics are not necessary for acne clear skin. If you want acne clear skin, you got to take care of what you eat. And if you're not eating that well, and you come to me and you're like, Tom, I'm doing everything you said, but I still have acne, you got to check the acne clear principles and check everything that is acne. I'm actually going to have a book written for you guys. I'm going to write a book for you guys so you can have all the information about what it takes to have acne clear skin. So I'm hoping you guys tune into that, because I really want to share that information with you guys. I want to put as much intel in there as possible, as long as with some acne clear fighting recipes that you can include into your life so you get a happier, healthier, more vibrant, glowing skin. So I hope you guys really like this information. Share the hell out of it. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube, but most importantly, do what's right for you and follow the Acne Clear diet. Follow the Acne Clear chef. But it's more of a diet than really a cookbook. But there is going to be a cooking portion to it, which is going to help supplement the knowledge and the information that I'm presenting today. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to you guys checking out my new book, and stay good, stay healthy, stay well, and I'll see you on the other side. So all the best to you guys, and have a good night. I'm gonna go to bed. I just want to sign off with this message.